Hello all, this is Zimnala getting ready for another short adventure into the dungeon. I'm probably going to be streaming for about 2 hours this time. I do have some things going on later, but I wanted to get a nice early day stream in. When we left off, we had our new human in here leveling Thief up to match our previous character. We're almost there. Our elf is still pushing their way towards the end of Warlock. We're making good progress. And our dwarf is just chugging away at cleric. They're making good progress there as well. And our Oni is almost done with barbarian for now. But yes, we are off and into the adventure. But yeah, the super good thing about Thief is that it's actually really quick to level, so getting back to where we were with that is not going to take any time. And then to get it over with, I'll probably just toss him back as a Warlock. Let's get that grind over with for everyone. And then we can start adding in the Magi again. It's fine. These early levels are pretty much just get your party situated, get leveled up to the base levels for whatever guilds you want to use, and then pick a guild and just run with it deep. And then if you want to up stuff as you go along, you can. But that's the way I tend to level my characters up. This game is actually pretty malleable. It'll let you do it however you want to. It doesn't care as long as you keep going it and leveling up through town. It doesn't matter like if you jump around in guilds at all. Pretty good. We got our first level queued up. Good to see all these ants kicking around. They really make for some simple level ups early on. These guys are pretty good too.
Cool. Bye-bye. Cool.
Good stuff. We're pinned already. We can head back and pick another way next time. A few levels like that and we'll be back up to 24, and then I can swap back to our Warlock on that character. Yep, we reached level 20, the one where they steal some of our gloves. It's okay. We did find some. Oh, you actually almost leveled, huh? Let's go grab a couple for you to get there. Good stuff.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Well, that's pretty good timing, leveling up right before entering the mines. And next time we'll just be able to walk in there and go ham. That last level will take no time.
Cool. Cool.
There we go. Oh, nice. We got some more insight potion. That's gonna always be welcome. Yep, they're gonna steal our gloves. Tragic.
Cool.
Let's see what we can do about that. Oh, we got another one, so we'll just wear that. See who else got anything. Yeah, I didn't really expect anyone else to level up from that quick journey, but the mines are a good place for them to get some EXP, so there'll be some headway in there. Oh, we got a potion of intelligence too. That's really nice. So actually, only our Oni needs more charisma. That's kind of interesting. So I guess we'll just start topping that off real quick. Yeah, I'd say our elf is actually casting the most magic on us with her sorcerer, so we're gonna actually start raising her intelligence first to get her cap up, so we can just cast more spells at the beginning. It's not really vital, but it's what I decided. Might as well get our dexterity up as well. There we go. Nice quick little level up on those.
Whoa. Cool.
So we're gonna pause it and queue up some spells. We're gonna take this guy down with not much trouble. There we go. Now, what's interesting is our giant's going to actually get to those item levels pretty quick once he switches to warrior. I think he's going to start getting us into the realm of materials that can start damaging the Dwarf Lord. So he won't have a problem with that. So it wasn't obvious during combat. I've been having our giant focus on the guards rather than that, because you can only have one character highlighted at a time. So the other ones are just casting magic as they wish. They'll always find a target, but unfortunately, when you have a melee character, you gotta kind of switch it for them if one of the monsters can't actually be hit with weapons. And obviously, if none of them can be hit with weapons, that melee character does no damage. So, you got in a party situation like this, you kind of gotta set it up for different fights. You don't have to micromanage too much in this, as you've seen. You can certainly do it. I reserve it for fights that need particular things. Oh good, one of our characters pinned. That's nice. And it wasn't our thief this time, it was actually Oni. So they're gonna be done with Barbarian for a hot minute. We're gonna keep clearing out the lines so they come back at the same time. Okay, we're gonna move them back. Get a little less XP. Yep, we cleared out the side. So we just got a couple rooms back over here, and we will have gone through. I was pretty sure that going through the mines would pin at least one or two of the characters, so they're just such a good form of EXP this early. There we go, we can head back and fix our two pinned characters. Cool. What is nice is that when we switch back to Warlock next, we'll be able to go for some slightly longer runs. Getting Thief back up was actually pretty vital for our... that we do need to have at least one Thief of a good level. Just to keep opening up treasure chests. If something doesn't level up high enough to do it, you're gonna have to leave a lot of treasure behind. And the thing is that most of the enemies' items come from the treasure chests. They just have a higher chance of having some of their items. Not that you can't get it otherwise, it's just a much higher chance. we got to 30. We got another level up cleric. How's our guilds looking? No surprise that thieving and backstabbing are from barbarian. 26. Nothing's gonna really match up to warriors, critical and fighting and multi-swing. So explorer's gonna take care of the sight and the language speaking. That's not one we've really talked about too much, but yeah, on this thing you can see which languages you can speak. If you can speak high enough in this, you can actually understand monsters when you talk to them. It's not super like vital, but it is kind of cool. If anyone's wondering, the best class of that is Warlock, I believe. So Warlock will have the highest ability to understand. Like, look at all these languages that we learned with this. We can speak all the way to Elvish, Dwarvish, Necromic, which is the language that all those spellcasters are mostly talking in, and Lasai, which is the language of the underwater creatures. Just go ahead and top off that character, then they won't have to worry about any more charisma stats. It's good to start getting that maxed out. Well, I guess it still wants to give us even more, so I guess just to be sure, right? We'll give them like 5 stat potions. Let's just get them all the way maxed out. Thank you, game. You got our backs. Okay, so let's switch out what we got. We're gonna go and join Warlock again. Oni is gonna go back to being a warrior, I believe. Yep, there we go. We're gonna pop in and use our stat potions and then come back and see. Oh, we're already maxed. I guess we did it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give my dwarf my extra potions in general, and the dwarf is gonna take care of that. It's gonna be their character's bank's job to keep track of this. We're going to make a stack of potions and just use them if we get drained, so we won't have to go worry about our getting a bunch from the store. Let's see what's going on here, see if there's anything new at the tavern. There usually isn't, but yeah,
Cool.
we'll get ourselves some more new Gina gloves. There's always a shortage in the bank, I mean the store for a while, so yeah. We had just traded one in, so good timing, I suppose. Not that we currently need it, but you never know. Let's get rid of these bad ones. I tend to keep all the kill ones alive because you'll eventually go through those floors anyway, and no matter what it gives you, it's fine. Now we're gonna re-outfit our giant because they can actually wear some better stuff as a warrior. So that takes care of most of the things we're never going to need anymore on this character. I'm going to take a couple seconds and just look to see like what we have coming up for the character to look forward to. So this dagger is a good general use weapon for other guilds. I think this one has the ability to hit the Dwarven King. I think Adamantite is strong enough, but if not, then the next couple daggers will be. And I believe it or not, I think Burning Blade is the one right after that. This one's difference is it does extra elemental damage to enemies that can be hit that way. This one's the same thing. It does poison element, but it also does backstab, which is another damaging move. It increases your chance to backstab. It does not really just backstab all the time. Let's see, is this first? So this one's next actually. It is the cookie cutter one. This is the one that gets you to 3 swings. And the great thing about daggers is they work for every class. But because we're a warrior, we can actually scroll down and look at the swords, because some of the swords start looking pretty good too. So this one takes a little bit higher than the dagger, so it'll take a while for us to get there. I don't usually love the two-handed swords because they take away your shield, which is a good amount of defense. But this is a pretty damaging one and really good for, say, a character like Ninja that could only use one weapon, but they can't use shields anyway. Yeah, this Adamantite sword at 48 is the next upgrade for this character after this Cold Iron Blade. Now all these other swords start taking a lot. I don't usually worry too much about all these two-handed weapons. They're okay, but like I said, I don't like to lose the shield. We can almost upgrade our armor, so that's something to keep in mind. The hat takes a while to get better. 66. Not much you can do there. Next level of this is 70, so that's a ways away as well. We're 2 levels away from upgrading our cloak, so that'll be right around the corner. This is 66. This is our next upgrade. This one is also 66. That's the next upgrade for this. 52 is where we can switch over to this, so that's coming up in about 10 levels. And this is my highest level character, so they can probably start thinking about better rings as well. Some of them end up being pretty nice. Some of them are cast spells, and some of them are actually just better for increasing stats and booze. Oh, hello there, how are you? You found me in my early day stream. You did it. So this right here looks like an upgrade to a thief if you didn't have as many things of invisibility. What is nice is they're a little bit more common than those rings of invisibility, but they have a higher requirement. but at least it gives you another source of 2 decks. Now this is going to be our next upgrade for Amulet. This 66 level Amulet of Health basically gives you passive health regeneration. That one is really nice. And that's pretty much it for our upgrades. Coming up. Well, we're basically leveling up our Warlocks. We're getting through that grind. The Elf is almost towards the end of theirs. 38's that goal. Our Cleric's coming along. 30 is our current goal for that, and then we're going to switch off to something else. We just started up on our Warrior on our main Bruiser, so they're going to be kicking a lot of ass. They do the most damage of anyone in the group. But they also don't need anything right now, so they're going to chill in the back and just clean up after battles. They're there to pick anyone up and carry them home if they're in trouble. We don't hold people's hands in the dungeon, we just we let them stumble into the traps and then we carry them home. Okay, let's get our butts down there. Sorry for all the unnecessary bonks against the wall. Figured you'd appreciate the bouncing. Bonk bonks.
Whoa.
We're gonna slip this way and then go visit the gnome lord. The goblin lord, because we've already cleared all the other sides. Once you start getting a good party like this, they definitely clear house out. Maybe we'll go wandering down deep again. Come back up the back way. Now that everyone's switched to their other guilds, they can actually take a bit to level up, which is good. It means we can actually go a little deeper. How about you? How's your day looking today? Okay. Oh boy. How did you lose damage? Oh, taking damage is an achievement? That's unfortunate. I don't think I'd want to do it that way. I guess I was a little optimistic in being able to go deep and on one run at least, because we're already almost to the first level again. I think we're only going to get about halfway before we cap at least one character's EXP at. I mean, getting too much experience is actually a quality problem. So, we're not going to be sad about that. Oh, that's pretty funny. I didn't realize that if you did an alarm, and did you see that we respawned him and killed him again? We hated him that much. So an alarm trap will actually summon the boss again. I did not know that. That's actually new mechanics. Hilarious. Alright. Since we're a cleric, we might as well use our magic to heal up. I don't think you need to actually do that star, though. You could just do other stars, right? You could just go to other worlds and do those, right? There's a bunch of really easy ones. Were you just being OCD and wanted to clear out one area at a time? You can be honest. Oh, wow, they actually did cast a pretty good spell on us. Okay. Well, maybe we're actually making it a little farther than I thought we were. Maybe we can cap out. And walk back up. Yeah, we don't need to fight all these electrical monsters. They're kind of a pain in the ass. They can do a lot of like physical lightning damage, and that's a resist that most characters just don't have early on. So, probably not going to fight them if I don't specifically need to. Some of these demons start doing the same thing. They do physical, like, lightning damage. And when I say physical lightning damage, I mean it's a melee attack addition rather than being a spell they cast. Because there's monsters that cast the spells on you too, obviously. I was talking about weapons that have attributes like that as well, so this is just like the same idea, but just on their melee attack. So this is actually a paladin item that I didn't have, so I'm gonna pick it up for her, our future paladin. That'll be a later adventure after we get our warlock finished on her. We'll start considering which classes we want to level up. For her, it will probably end up being Paladin just to get her some fighting ability, honestly. I mean, it's not my favorite. I don't know a lot about it. I know it has decent fighting, though, so... And a chance at multi-swings, so... We'll go with what we have, or we'll explore Paladin together.
Cool.
Is sand really that dangerous for actually getting stuff? Without getting hurt? I don't remember much in the way of, like, actual, like, damaging traps in there. I thought it was just the wind blowing you around and nonsense like that. But yeah, I don't think I'd want to go to the mines. I don't think... The ghost house isn't the worst, but the enemies move weird. But look at us cruising around on level 9.
Cool.
Told you we'd end up here pretty quick. This is one of the better ones for just clearing, in my opinion. This one will last you for quite a while. Easy to get to, easy to get back from. Wow, Oni actually pinned before her.
Whoa.
That definitely sounds like a moment of get good, though, so I believe in you. You're just gonna have to get good. So good. Oh, does this have to be done in one single sitting, or does it allow you to, like, have a save file that it keeps track of? Because 120 is a lot to get in one sitting. Like, how does it keep track of that? An iron chainmail, huh? Let's see if anyone just happens to have one kicking on them. It seems a little unlikely, but we could just pick one up from the store if we need to. That's a cursed item I don't think we had so far. Oh no, actually this is actually a quest item for the Paladin Guild. Okay. Now let's just grab one of these chainmails. They're not rare, but I mean, it was a little unlikely that we were going to have any particular armor from a run like that. There we go. And this is actually a good level for the warrior. They can actually upgrade some of those weapons we were talking about last time. 44 is an item use level, so at certain thresholds you get a new class of weapons unlocked for and items for your characters, and that's one of the breakthrough points. So let's take a look again at what that was. Was it the sword? I don't remember, gonna be honest. So 44 is a better dagger. Is that better than our sword? I don't think so. I think, yeah, it does a little bit more damage for us currently. And this was the next sword, so that's 48. So not quite on the sword. I do believe it is an upgrade for our armor, though. So for use, this one is 615. This one is 915, so 3 more attack. You can go up to steel. This might be a shield increase as well. Let's take a look at the shield. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. It sure is. So we probably went from 9 to 12. Yes, we did. It was also a upgrade to our cloak. So for reference, this was 6, 1 and 1, 22% drain. We're gonna go up to no charisma, but who cares about charisma? But still 1 dex, another 3 defense from that, and 45% drain. So good drain buff, although I think this character might actually already resist more than that, but still you get that stat boost to your defense. I don't believe we get anything else currently, so we're sitting pretty on this. Toss our stuff away. Cool. Now the character class with the highest item requirements is Cleric. There's our pretty far between, sitting at, I want to think the multiplier is 30, whereas the lowest one is Artisan at like 15, lol. So Artisan gets access to items faster than any other class. That's its only real use as a guild, is if you really want some of these non-class restricted ones, you could just pump a million point levels into Artisan and be able to use them. I think that's boring, though. It is a strategy you can use, though. The reason I consider it boring is because you actually get nothing else from it, and you're gonna want these other guilds up anyway. So we can toss this in here for whoever needs it later. We're making good progress on this. Gotta consider where I want to end up. Yeah, we just cleared out down to 9 and walked around for the first time with this character. With these set of characters, so we're actually making great progress in making them more adaptable and ready to fight in the dungeon. But while we can get there without any problem and clear stuff there, if we go there all the time, like, it will just... We aren't able to actually fight some of those stat drainers. Like, those wraiths can actually take away our stats and HP, so... I'm probably gonna only go there when I get the mood, but because it's still a little below our level currently, despite how well we did the few times we're there. It's kind of like rolling dead dice each time you go there, so you gotta decide whether you want to do that or not. But I mean, if it works long enough, you'll be fine, because you'll level up enough and you'll solve your own problem. So there is that solution as well. Which way do we want to go? There we go. We're all ready for the next run. That's unfortunate. See if we can cast the spells on just her. It was actually early enough in a run, I was considering just restarting the run. We actually had the spells to just cast those spells on her again. She triggered an anti-magic spell, like, right out the gate. It's more of an annoyance than an actual problem, so... I think some of these higher floors are repopulated enough that we can clear through them again. Awesome. We're already almost to the first level again. The main difference with leveling up on these floors versus the lower ones is that we actually kill the enemies quickly enough with our first characters that the ones in the back kind of don't get as much experience, which lets us sort of decide who is going to get most of the experience, so you can kind of catch people up to the other ones just by moving where they are in your party. So by having this new character up front, they're going to get the first chance of experience every battle, so they're going to tend towards more experience. Especially on these higher floors where you kill them before it reaches everyone. I love to see all the ants just lining up for easy experience. What, like in the game or like in general stuff? The game doesn't keep track of calendar or anything, so I won't say that there's no areas that are like that, but there's none of them that change based on year. I will neither confirm nor deny the existence of penguins in the game.
Cool.
Well, there are more themed areas, but they don't change based on like your calendar or anything, so they wouldn't be like festival or. But if we're asking if there's winter specific areas, there might be in the new content. There's water areas that have things like penguins. There is a bunch of new content to the game that I have not experienced. Now, our poor little slime guy didn't last very long, but I guess easy come, easy go. But we gained our pinning experience. We can go back and level. It's nice when still clearing out 4 can get us there with at least one character. Good thing we went and got that Scroll of Wizardry again, because guess what? This character needs it. There we go. That's 3 of the characters settled. Well, with this like this, it seems likely that the dwarves have come back, so we're gonna go pay attention to them next, and sure get some good XP. Oh good, it was one of the random bounties finally. You leave enough open, you'll start fulfilling some of them. It's not usually anything too exciting, but occasionally you'll get something useful.
Cool. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Cool. Cool.
So we can talk to them. You can't really understand them until you know enough Dwarvish. Which the Babbler might actually know more of. Yeah, see, some more letters are translated, but until you actually max out your language skill, you can't actually fully understand a monster that speaks that language. It's pretty funny because these are dwarves, and that is a dwarf, so I literally can't understand my own people. What? My character didn't really go through school. I guess he was an orphan. I mean, to be fair, with such infested dungeons like this, it's probably no surprise that there's a few orphans who don't know any language at all. Speaking of orphans that are having problems, I was considering doing another playthrough coming up about a little older of a game now as well. Not as nearly as old as this, called Maiden Abyss. Binary star falling into darkness. It's a cool dungeon exploration game where you basically free climb your way down and explore the abyss down to the 5th layer. And yeah, it's a pretty chill game for the most part, except for when it's not. It'll be pretty obvious when it's not, so I mean, I'm sure people will enjoy that. But yeah, I'll have a lot of fun doing that, and that might be coming up. Oh, we got something rare this time, I think. Element is a sign that we might have gotten one of the super rare drops of these guys. Who dropped that? The Bobbler? This is what you want to see. This right here is a magic resist stone. This is straight up a better stone than the lodestone, I believe. I don't think you can wear both. Nope. This right here basically protects you from 90% of magic. It is the first early game stone you want to see, and it is only dropped on this floor by the Dwarf Lord. So it's a reason to keep coming and killing him early on. But if you put one of these on each of your party members, and all those spellcasters that were doing a ton of damage to me, I can walk right through them. They cannot hurt me until they start casting elemental magic. Which, don't worry, it happens pretty much around 13. 13th floor is when they start getting you pretty good. That literally only protects you from spellcasters, but they are some of the more damaging monsters that you can't defend away from. Like, most monsters you can just get strong enough that they can't hit you. Magic casters can always cast spells on you. So, but you can reduce that damage down to like single digits. Versus a couple of times where I got hit for like 50, 60 damage by a spell here and there. But like, Dwarven Guards are no slouch either, but the Dwarven Lord has that unique drop, I believe. Although maybe other enemies could drop it really deep in the dungeon, I just don't remember. But you definitely don't see it before floor like 13 or 14. So, either way, it's your only source of it on floor 5, so that is still true. Okay, that's most of this side cleared out. Oh, I thought I killed you. Oh well. Did now. Did I? Nope, didn't get up here. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, you can't actually enter this door. I think it's a way back. Oh, we need something that we haven't unlocked yet. I also imagine it's probably death. It's one of the new areas. This is actually, this little corner of the map is also a new area. It's an expanded part of the mine. Like, the Dwarf Lord right here was actually the last part of the normal mine, and this doorway to the side was all an addition that Declan made, expanding the mine's EXP by about twice as much.
Cool.
It's really super helpful early on. But I like the idea of the dwarves having a bigger presence in the end game. And that this first part is just an outpost for them that leads deeper in. That would be cool to me. Although I don't actually know how far with it he goes, so. That is something I will explore later when my guys are a little stronger.
Cool.
Most of the new stuff has actually got some pretty intense monsters sprinkled in, so I'm probably gonna wait till we can survive on like 24 or 25 with impunity. Maybe get my resist near max. Yeah, and with this stream, we've largely caught up to where we were with that other character. I mean, they were maybe like another 5-6 levels higher in Warlock, but I mean, that's just another matter of another stream. I mean, I guess their biggest loss was actually the Magi. We don't have a Magi right now, but that's easily solved. That's just a matter of switching to one with one of the classes once they get to Warlock and deciding to get there.
Cool.
Well, if you hate the creaky doors, there are some really open areas, like the forest and the swamp. There's no demarcation between different layers. You just kind of gotta walk around and fight them in this giant open space. But on that same note, you won't know where the edges are unless you remember it. So. So we have gotten the required level 45 Warrior Guild quest. This is going to be an intense one, guys, so I'm going to read this out to you. This is a challenge like no other. You have been assigned the required level 45 quest for the guild. Requinix looks up from his desk. It is rumored that a Nastrum has been seen in the depths below. This is a new breed of creature, and we are interested in its combat capacities. Go and kill at least one of these creatures and return with information about them. Do not return until you have finished this quest. He goes back to sharpening his sword. Dismissed. So we have to go all the way down to floor number 5 and kill a single Nastrum and come back. Those are no joke, as you see. Nah, we're gonna get it in no time. Give me a second. We're gonna get that and run back to town just to clear our level queue. I wasn't being serious when I said it was gonna be intense. But they are a bit nasty in that they're the first monster you come across that can turn you to stone. And that being turned to stone is an instant kill for that character, no matter your hit points. And you also will always lose a point of constitution being resurrected. So it adds an insult to the injury. That's more of a danger for a single person party. Look at this guy.
Cool.
Like, totally trashed his ass. Now, their nasty thing is they have a tendency to go first if you have low dexterity. So if you have a single person party, they have a decent chance of just getting you occasionally early on until you get high enough level that they can't hit you very easily. Rekonix listens to your detailed report and nods. Good information, good work. He then points to a beautiful sword on the desk. Take that and use it well. So he gives you a cute one of these crystal swords that I got more of in the Dwarven Mines. So thank you for another one of these for my collection. Well, here's a kind of rare weapon. They're not especially amazing, but you don't see them regularly. Has decent stats. I think I already have a few. Maybe? Yeah, I got a couple. It's uncommon, but not amazing to use. Still cool to see weapons you haven't actually stocked it out, so let's identify this thing fully. Pure Mythonite. The only thing it does is resist magic. It also requires you that you be a certain level to use it, but Artisan does let us do it for having reached level 30. So that's why we're able to use it. And we'll keep maxing out her spells using Wisdom and Int. We'll keep throwing these at the dwarf to store later. Agility is still welcome. I mean, dexterity. Well, it says agility, which is funny because it actually raises dexterity. So, a lot of games use those interchangeably. It has different stats, but this one truly believes that they're the same stat, which is pretty funny. There we go, another 10 stats for this character. So I think we're gonna go do a dip down to 9 again, just to set up another deeper run, cause... Okay. Take care. I'm probably only gonna stream for another half an hour or so anyway. But I might have a second stream later in the night. Haven't really determined that yet, but it seems relatively likely.
Whoa.
It may be more of this. I might swap off to something different, but either way, take care if I don't see you. Enjoy your run. Don't let them catch you.
Cool.
Funny as I have these companions, but I'm pretty sure as soon as I go there, the wyvern's going to actually kill all of them. So... I'm just calling that before we get there. Those guys are nasty little buggers. On a physical levels, they don't do a lot of damage, but they do a lot of fire range damage, so... Yep, they killed out both of them. Very tragic. But, not surprised by it. In fact, it was mostly inevitable. Yeah, if you don't have a lot of spells to keep all of your party members healed, at least make sure your one up front is pretty healed, because there is a mechanic where the more hurt you are, the more damage you tend to take. Like, your defense is like artificially lowered in a way you can't visually see, so... If you let your hit points drift southward, you're gonna have a bad time. So, keeping topped off is what I recommend. You'll be like, oh, I've got 300 hit points. Think of it like a percentage pool. The closer to the percentage pool that is, the stronger you'll be fighting. So, if you keep in like the top like 80%, you're doing okay. Oh, good, another little bounty. I guess we'll go look at it when we're in town. We finished a second one earlier too, and I didn't really go look at that either.
Cool.
There we go, we're back on 9. I think it's funny how
Cool.
our giant in the back is still managing to pin every time before everyone else, but while he's just hiding in the back, taking all the final shots. It just goes to show how strong he is, because like he's still out damaging everyone else for experience. So I didn't really talk about it before that much, but this is that underwater area that I was mentioning before. That's on 8 into 9. It actually goes down several floors and has some pretty cool monsters in it. But until I can cast Amphibious Breath, it's not really worth going to explore it. It is best cast by a cleric, so the amazing bobbler getting up is going to make it more close to the realm of casting. But I mean, it's gonna take a lot of cleric to actually make it really affordable. Because I could probably go and look at it for you. And it's under magic. It's still 73 at level 26, so you get to like level 50, 60, it's gonna start being like 35, 37, and then you can kind of cast it on people, but it's still very expensive. So you're gonna have to want it. Eventually you'll be able to cast everything pretty much that you want to, but for a little bit we're gonna have to be a little choosy on which buffs we need and don't need if we want to actually get stuff on everyone. Yeah, and this is why getting that cleric on there is a little useful, is because you start getting pretty dinged up on these floors. So being able to just every run cast a little bit of healing, pretty good idea. And I know I maintain all those crystals, and people are probably like, oh, you could use those. I'm like, yes, I could. But I save those for emergencies, like someone gets separated and they need to fight their way out, not, I took a little chip damage on my run. Because, like, if you're taking a lot of damage while just leveling, you're doing it way too deep.
Cool.
I mean, you can just get unlucky too, and that does happen, so take that part with a grain of salt.
Cool.
I'm just gonna go clear the way towards the way up, but I'm not gonna actually take it. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to deal with all those. Those guys can actually drain stats. Got a little lucky they didn't do much.
Cool.
I do at least make sure everyone has some drain resistance. Well, that was unfortunate. I quasi-panicked and stepped on anti-magic. Oh well.
Cool.
I think that was bloodsuckers, even though it was pretty hard to identify them. We're strong enough to deal with bloodsuckers, though. It could have been vampire bats. Vampire bats are not fun. Can't actually hurt these guys directly. Gale demons are immune to all magic and all weapons. So the only way to hurt it is companions. So that is when you start needing to have some strong companions if you want to kill them. That is a rare use case where you need a companion to actually deal with an enemy. There aren't too many on like them in the base game. Maybe there's some new ones that have been added in. I kind of hope not. They are pretty awful. I do not enjoy them. But they're not that deadly either. They cast spells on you, which does damage. They have some demons on you that can do a few things, but, you know. But they don't, like, paralyze you. They don't take your items. They just do damage. That's it. And as you can see, having gone through all that, the only character who hasn't really taken any noticeable damage is the giant. Even though he's in the back, that's not the reason. It's just his defense is higher, his resists are higher. Giants are just good for taking damage. So you put them up front as your main party member, they'll basically carry most of the damage into non-existence. Oh, that's a terrible quest. Cutthroats are very, very uncommon monsters on floor 4, so I guess we're gonna go try to clear floor 4. Maybe we'll kill one. It's not impossible to find, it's just pretty uncommon. I may end up paying the penalty for that, as I'm not gonna wait for a level up for it. Because that's just not worth sitting around for. It's not a tricky enough quest. This is why we got a bunch of Pandrons before. 'Cause we're not going to sit around at this point and look around for them either. Look at that, we got his head. It's not useful, but you need it for one quest in the game. So they made it an item you can just sell to the store. So you got all these dwarven. You eventually have all of their heads just lined up in the store. It's pretty amusing to me. There we go. We're at 48. Looking good. We can actually get a better sword now. This Bad Larry is a mild improvement. It's not amazing, but it's a little better. Does a little bit more damage, has a little better stats. These are a cursed item we didn't have. They're the lead bracers. Oh, that's right, you can also level up, huh? Good. Actually made our heal spell a little cheaper too. That's fun. Let's check out our bounties. What did we get? A little bit of gold? Sure, just some gold. Oh, nice. Just gold? Gold's gold. Oh, and a third one. Oh, it's a cursed item. That's funny. And a fourth one. Okay. We got Shengal. Those are uncommon. We're never going to turn in a Codex of Healing. I think that's pretty unlikely. Well, that's actually possible to do. That's a little unlikely. We're not going to get this. Gem of Venom. I don't even know what a Gem of Venom is. Actually, when I look at the store and see if it's an item that I picked up and sold and I didn't know. Gem of Venom? Is it in here? Is it one of these? It doesn't seem like it. I think it's a sphere. Sure isn't. I don't think it's likely to be a cube. This might legitimately be an item we've never seen before. Yeah, it's probably one of these. A crystal we've never seen before. If I was to guess. I don't think that bounty is one we're gonna complete. I think the only way I'm likely to see it is actually if, yeah, I'm gonna go sell this guy real quick. Because he's a pretty uncommon, mob. They're nothing special, but they're also, don't, take them there to die. So yeah, we probably aren't gonna finish off Warlock today with the elf, but it's getting pretty close. Next stream it'll probably move off and then we can start leveling up probably Sorcerer again. But we'll decide when we get there. But yeah, we're gonna go clear 4, look for that cutthroat.
Cool.
But I'm not too worried about it. Canceling quests used to have a huge penalty to them if they weren't required. You used to lose 2 levels of experience on top of the penalty of having to be pinned, so you actually lose the equivalent of 4 levels of experience. So it's a little excessive of a penalty, but I mean, they did warn you that doing quests is a good idea and that they will challenge you now and then, and failure is penalized, so that is fair.
Cool.
But they changed it to being just a gold penalty now, which, okay, I could see some players not liking it. I actually thought it was an interesting mechanic. Made you really consider if you wanted to go get that and put the effort into doing it. I like there being actual consequences to choices, to be honest, so like I'm fine with it. There's our cutthroat, we got lucky. They are somewhat uncommon. But I guess doesn't always have to be difficult, so we'll take them.
Cool.
Plenty of time for it to happen again and get a harder one. It is also a mandatory quest for leveling Thief up again, so it's not the last one we're going to need. But that one you can't skip, so... But yeah, that's the first thing I do is if anyone has like a class level up request for a quest, I will go to the floor that they are needed and do them instead of my normal pattern of running around and clearing floors. My pattern. Just because like that's how you find the quest and get them done without too much trouble. Otherwise, you can just like have a bunch of items on stored up because sometimes quests can be return an item instead. So that's why I have all those cursed items saved up in case we get something random. It's just preparation for randomness. Oof, those are some strong spits. It's also my bad for spamming combat when I'm too far away. So yeah, when I get to a certain level with our giant, I'm gonna switch off to doing explorer with them again as well, because that is gonna be their primary important guild to level. They'll always level up warrior ahead to keep them fighting well, because that is their actual original thing was just to be a good fighter and clearer. They're the bruiser of the group. They're the ones that are going to be left standing if everyone else gets killed and I can escape with them. And their explorer will let them bring people back if they get in trouble. That has all the mobility spells that we need for that. But those are the two primary ones. Like, Barbarian is there for like flavor. It helps protect them from having their items stolen. It raises their damage a little bit with backstabs. But it's pretty likely that they are going to be considerably stronger than the rest of the group pretty quickly because they are more focused on just a few guilds.
Cool.
There we go. Eventually we'll be able to cast our other magic spells and they will heal much faster, but that's still pretty serviceable.
Cool.
We trade about 50 or 60 spell points for a nearly full heal at this point for one character. And that's pretty much what Cleric is. You just like trade your spells in for full heals. Which can actually be pretty convenient for the random bullshit that you get sometimes. Yeah, we pretty much cleared all of floor 4 and we only encountered the one cutthroat, and you don't always encounter one. So we got pretty lucky on this run.
Cool. Cool.
We don't have a lot of magic, but we can still cast 6 times, so we'll get into this mix. But even if they stop casting, the other players won't, so we'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, they only use 3 rounds of combat, that's fine. And the only reason I use the lowest level spell is because everything else just costs too much MP. We only need to do a little bit of damage and eventually you'll kill them. It's like 10 cast versus 1 for the first level, so
Cool.
I don't mind it taking a bunch of rounds of combat and we getting a little hurt for the process. It's because we haven't really leveled up our magic guilds enough to really lower those costs down to reasonable levels, but we will. It's coming. I mean, we've leveled up Warlock a bit, but Warlock spells are actually strong, but pretty costly, so they're kind of a jack of all, like, spell classes, so while they get access to a lot of spells, all their spells are more expensive than other guilds that can cast it. Like, Cleric is better for their damage spells, which would be the destruction ones, so that's something to keep in mind, is that the Bobbler is actually going to get cheaper versions of those spells by a little bit. And Sorcerer is better at casting attack magic as well. Magi is an interesting case. They don't get attack magic in a direct sense. They get charm magic, which does count as an attack. That doesn't do damage. If it does enough to kill the enemy, it captures them instead. Assuming you cast the right spell on the right guy.
Cool.
This is going to be good. This is going to end off with a pretty good number of pins.
Cool. Cool.
There we go, we're back to town, and we're gonna sort out what we have going on. Looking good, we got to 25 on Warlock for that character. Cool. Didn't quite pin with this one, but that was kind of like unlikely anyway. Got another level of Cleric in. We're getting closer to 30. There we go, 50 it is. So at level 50, we actually unlocked our first extra swing on the warrior, so that's actually super good. I didn't remember which level exactly it was, so like that's going to be one of the first goals for all of my other ones after they do Warlock, because I think I'm going to pump them up to 50 if they have warrior. So, yeah. After I get to 30 on this cleric, I'm probably going to switch to warrior and start leveling that up to 50, and then I can switch back and start leveling up other stuff up. I think the second swing is somewhere around 130, 135, maybe 156. I kind of don't remember exactly where, but somewhere in that area you get another extra swing. But that Ceres would not have been able to get that sort of thing, and it starts making a huge difference pretty quick. So, still a little sad we had to let them go. It is a downside of that particular race. They just don't have any access to any extra swing class guilds, so they're amazing thieves, but it really like lowers their run viability. It's just an unfortunate game change that you can't really resolve too easily. Let's use up that real quick. So one good thing about elves is they have the highest spell cap of anyone. So they're going to be able to go and cast more spells and just store more for use in general. So that's going to be good for them. We'll sort them out last because we're actually going around giving everyone their inventories emptied, so we'll sort out the dwarf last because we're gonna have to change some of them and put them in the bank. Good to see more new Jaina gloves. Another potion of insight's always welcome. So we're gonna actually bring in our old party member just to check out their cursed item collection. Make sure that we got that sorted. So yeah, we don't have lead, I don't believe. Yep, doesn't look like it. So we can put lead in here and this one. Sure, we can get our new Gina gloves out of there. Cool. We can dip them out, bring back the only. So it's a stack of 9. It's a little bit like gratuitous to have more than 10 of anything, so the rest of it can go into the store after this. So I'm not going to store more than 10 extra of any of these. So we're up to 8 of these. So I'm not going to be always micromanaging it like that, but it's good to get a little stockpile in case you do that. Normally what you'd also do with that is you'd actually just give it to a new character and let them like max their stuff out, but as I showed you, I was playing this where I built up my stats as I went. Like, it was an optional challenge. Just making a new character is pretty easy if you want to just go ham. You can just make any character you want, give them a whole bunch of stats right off the bat and have a much easier start than I did. It all comes down to how much you've been saving up and finding and preparing for new stuff. But yeah, we're pretty close to the point of switching off to new guilds with most of our characters, so yeah. Thank you everyone for joining my stream. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will see you guys later, perhaps. Take care, everyone.